They won't show the crowd. You know, coming in on the plane, and that plane represents so much, and just so you know, they were close to signing a $4.2 billion deal to have a new Air Force One. Can you believe this? I said, no way. I said, I refuse to fly in a $4.2 billion airplane. I refuse. So I got Boeing in, and it is actually two planes. A lot of people don't know. The Air Force One project is actually two planes. Why they need two planes, we'll have to talk about that, but they have two planes. But we've got that price down by over $1 billion, and I probably haven't spoken, to be honest with you, for more than an hour on the project. But I got the generals in who are fantastic. I got Boeing in. But I told Boeing it's not good enough. We're not going to do it. The price is still too high. On the F-35 fighter jet, we were hundreds of billions of dollars over budget. 7 years late. Great plane. Lockheed Martin. A great plane. So think of it. They're 7 years late. They're hundreds of billions of dollars over budget. Other than that, by the way, the project is going extremely well. And I got the folks in from Lockheed Martin, who are terrific people and a terrific product, by the way. I also got Boeing in. I said, do me a favor, give me a competing offer. And now they're competing and fighting. And we've gotten hundreds of millions of dollars off the price of a plane that was going to be ordered. In other words, if my opponent got in, there would have been no calls made to Lockheed and Boeing. They would have signed contracts. So they're going to make plenty of money, but it's going to be a lot less than they would have made without Trump, that I can tell you. And that's, you know, you might as well know about it. Because nobody talks. And by the way, that's for fighter jets, one of the biggest orders in the history of aviation, the order for the F-35. You've been reading about it because it was a disaster under the last administration, a disaster. And now we have it running beautifully. In fact, when the Prime Minister of Japan, Prime Minister Abe, who's great guy, when he came over, he said, thank you. I said, for what? You saved us many, many millions of dollars on the F-35 fighter jet. Because when I negotiated, I took our allies into the same negotiation. So the first thing he did was he thanked me for saving them money, and that's good, okay? That's good. I know the media will never thank me, so at least Japan is thanking me, right? But we believe in two simple rules. Buy American and hire American. We believe in that. We've just issued a new order which requires that for every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be eliminated. And by the way, a new director was just approved. Can you imagine the length of time it's taking the Democrats? And I actually think it's an embarrassment to them. But this is getting into be record-setting territory. These are incredible people. Scott Pruitt was just now approved for the Environmental Protection Agency. He'll do so good. He'll do so good. But he won't have projects going 10 and 12 years and then getting rejected. And they may be rejected, but they'll be rejected quickly. But for the most part, they're going to be accepted. They're going to be environmentally friendly, and he is going to be a great secretary. He will be amazing. So we're very happy. That took place yesterday. That's going to be a big difference because they were clogging up the veins of our country with the environmental impact statements and all of the rules and regulations. It was impossible to navigate for companies. And what did it really mean? Forget about the companies. What did it mean? It meant no jobs. It meant companies leaving our country and going to foreign countries to do things that they'd rather do here. So we're going to have a whole big situation. We are going to unfree all of those companies. They're going to have freedom. They're going to be able to build what they want to build. It'll be environmentally friendly, and we're going to start producing jobs like you've never seen before. That's going to happen. That was a big thing. We're standing up for the incredible men and women, always, of law enforcement. We're standing up. And I can tell you, the military and law enforcement, they stood up big. I don't say for me. I'm the messenger, folks. I'm the messenger. They stood up for us in this last election. We got numbers that nobody believed were possible from law enforcement and from military. Basically, people that wear uniforms like us. Isn't that nice? And I saw this man on television just now, I just saw him on television. He said, I love Trump. Let Trump do what he has to do. That's my guy right there. It's true. Come here. Come here. No, I'm coming in. That's okay. Let him up. Let him up. I'm not worried about him. I'm only worried he's going to give me a kiss. I'm not worried about anything else. This guy is so great. He was one of many people. They're interviewing people in the line. And I have to say, there's a tiny group of protesters out there, and they were given as much publicity as this massive room packed with people. But they interviewed this man. Come on up here. Come on up. This guy was great. Hop over the fence. Come on. He can do it. This guy's in good shape. Look at him. Look at this guy. Come on. This guy is great. Don't worry about him. No. Come here. They're going to throw. Come on up. Come on. Come here. Come on. This guy, so he's been all over television saying the best things, and I see him standing, and didn't you get here like at 4 in the morning?
I did, sir.
Say a couple of words to this crowd.
Mr. President, thank you, sir. We the people, our movement is the reason why our president of the United States is standing here in front of us today. For us. Thank you so much, sir.
A star is born. A star is born. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's fine. I wouldn't say that Secret Service was thrilled with that, but we know our people, right? We know our people. Hey, great guy. And so many others. I see some others. They're being interviewed. I see them over here. They came at 4 in the morning. The media will give them no credit. The media, as I told you, they won't show this crowd. Look at that. All the way outside of this. This is as big a hangar as you get. All the way outside, way back to the fences. Amazing. I want to thank you. But I want to thank everybody. So I've directed the Department of Justice to take a firm stance to protect our cops, sheriffs, and police from crimes of violence against them. We will work with our police, not against our police. Our police do a great job, and they've never been troubled like they're troubled now. It's very unfair what's happening. So we want to cherish our law enforcement. And we will always protect those who protect us. We've directed the creation of a task force for reducing violent crime in America, including our inner cities. We're going to make our inner cities safe again. Look at what's going on. Look at what's happening in Chicago. Hundreds of shootings, hundreds of deaths. I'll tell you what's happening in Chicago and many other places. Safety is a civil right, and we will fight to make America totally safe again.
You're listening to President Trump there live from Florida, addressing a crowd of supporters. During the rally in Florida, he once again launched a fierce attack on the media. He also said that he wanted strong borders for the United States, in which he